with Kung Fu Eddie. He will fight you to the death.
Woo-wee. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Whataburger. I believe in Front Row Phil. Because we in San Antonio doing our business now. What's up, everybody? This is Kung Fu Eddy, BAYBEE, representing the Big Propaganda Wrestling Podcast and talking to Eddy, BAYBEE. And I'm with Back Row Phil because he's in the back row right now because we don't have enough room. You know, we try to squeeze together, you know what I'm saying? Right now we're in San Antonio, as you know, you've probably seen from the post that we are here in San Antonio for TNA wrestling, and we did our first night. We just completed it. I have so many vlogs and videos that I don't even know how I'm going to put it together, but this one is official. This one is the Victory Road 2014. 14? What? Where am I? 2024. My goodness. All right. So I have the match cards up, but obviously, as per usual, we got to talk about our feelings about the whole pay-per-view. How'd you feel about it?
It was like Whataburger, man. It was perfect.
Oh, shoot. No, it was short, sweet, to the point. We're used to that 5-hour, 6-hour Tony Khan.
Or WrestleMania matches, yeah.
Yeah, so even though I am a little tired, but I'm not tired to the point that I feel like it's exhausted. It's a good tiger. Yeah. Good tire. Yeah. All right. So obviously the matches I have, but obviously we got added 2 matches which we could talk about. It was the Hardy Boys versus First Class, which is AJ Francis and I don't know, the young boy. Again, I appreciate you, TNA, for hooking me up with the tickets. I should know your product, right? I mean, anyways, if you're TNA, if you're watching this, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate you. I appreciate you hooking me up with tickets so that I can see your beautiful live event.
And it was a very good event.
It was a wonderful event.
It was also, he got it for free. I paid for it. Just to confirm. So.
It's not like I'm working hard with this whole universe that I'm trying to do. You know, no.
Yeah. That's why he gets it for free, and I have to pay for it because, you know. But anyway.
But I paid for the hotel anyways.
Oh, you did.
All right. So Hardy Boys First Class, thoughts on that? Oh, hold on. Before we review, you know, Dave Meltzer has been getting a lot of flag about his star rating. Us here at the Average 8, represented by the Big Propaganda Wrestling Podcast and talking to Eddy, BAYBEE, we do our match rating by inches, okay? So we're going to, the lowest is obviously 1 inch, starting from 1 inch, and then
I don't know, man.
Greatest.
I go up at a half inch, bro.
Well, we can do a half inch. Is 1 inch and 3/4. And then the highest rating is 8 inches. 8 inches.
Well, no, I mean, I go up to 10, if you know what I mean.
No. We are not going to disrespect our rating system.
What?
No,
doesn't Meltzer go above 5?
Exactly. We're not going to be. If y'all see me touch my nose like this, it's because, you know, mind your business. No, we're not going to disrespect our rating system, okay? Even though we go by inches. All right. Hardy Boys versus First Class. Good opener, in my opinion. It's just one of those things that it's just needed to hype up the crowd. And what best way to hype up a crowd with a good old Hardy Boy? So yeah, go ahead. My bad. So what you thought about the match?
It was a solid open. 2 veterans versus 2 newbies for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I give it a solid 2 inches. 2
inches? Yeah, I'll give it 2 inches too. So. And then another match that wasn't technically a match. It was supposed to be Rhino and PCO versus Matt Cardona and Stephanie De Laurent or Valkyria. I apologize.
The Australian girl, yeah.
The Aussie girl, yes. Obviously, that match didn't happen because she announced that she has suffered from neck surgery. So I was around a lot of disrespectful fans saying, what? So I personally didn't know if it was like part of the show or if it was being legit. Yep. But if it was legit, fans, you're a piece of shit. because she was actually pouring from the heart. And luckily for her, she didn't break out and cry or didn't do anything, because some of y'all would have felt bad the moment she did. Now, obviously, this was a match. Meltzer rating system, he gives it a dud. This is a soft shoot, brother. So this was a softie. How did you feel about her announcement of being out for a while because
yeah, it's pretty sad. But match wise at all, it was kind of a pre-con match.
Yeah, that was like soft.
Soft, yeah.
You try to do your best,
but
yeah. Alrighty, so after all of that, now we're gonna go to the matches that were announced that I grabbed from the website. First is gonna be Mr. Oh, hold on, let me remove. I don't know if you guys heard me. How about stop camera? There you go. Well, I want to make sure I do this correctly. Yep. So there you go. Mike Bailey versus Zachary Welch. What? You know your name. All right. So the winner of this match was Mike Bailey, which he became the new X Division champion. So thoughts about the match?
Really well done. Probably the match of the night.
Really?
Yeah. In my eyes, match of the night. Really good performance. Both guys did well. Makes you wonder where Zachary's going after this.
Definitely going back to NXT.
Yeah, there was a lot of things that he played a little bit more safer than I've seen him do in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe wonder if he was just trying to protect himself a little bit.
Try to protect your neck, son.
Yeah, so I do see, since his wife is in NXT, Gigi, everybody knows Gigi. Gigi's his wife. She's back there, and the whole anti-Semitic thing's probably blown off by now. So it's all good. Oh, good.
So, somewhere in the universe. I'm not gonna say it out loud. All right, cool. All right. So yeah, how would you rate this match, my good sir?
I would probably give it a 10, but realistically, since we're the average 8, so I have to give it an 8.
8 inches. Cool. All right, I appreciate that. I will give it a 7-inch.
Wow, 7 and what?
Just 7.
Just a 7. It's all 7. Not a 7.5. Not a 7 1/4.
No.
Oh wow! Not even 7 3/4.
Give it 7 inches.
Yeah,
again, it was a good match. It was a solid match. I appreciate it. But like you said, like Zachary played it safe. So I wish I would have seen a little bit more high spots, but that's just me personally. So that's why I give it 7 inches. It's still there.
Solid.
Still gonna get the job done.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, man. If you got somebody 2 inches, gets the job done. But hey, yo. You ask anybody who knows, there's a difference between 2 and a 7, or 2 and a 8, or 2 and average 8. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It should have been me, not him. It's not fair.
All right, next match is not that match because Alicia Edwards suffered a real neck injury. I thought it was a concussion, but it was a neck injury. So she replaced by Tasha Steelz, which Boricua stand up. Love my Boricuas out there, And then it was what's her face? Masha. And then Spitfire, which I had no idea who they were. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I had no idea who Spitfire was, but
they won.
They won the was it the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships,
yeah.
which
which I didn't even know there was a TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship.
Well, I'll bet you right now. I bet you they're well promoted more than the NXT or the WWE Tag Team Women's Belt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for me, if you see my vlog, you can see Front Row Phil just walking away from that match because he has to go to the bathroom. I wanted to go to the bathroom. I had to do
the bar, but yeah, same difference.
So for me, this is definitely 2 inches. It was a solid match, did the thing, but it was something that I was truly invested because of my unfamiliarity with the women. So the only one I knew was Tasha Steelz because Boricua stand up.
Yeah, I didn't even give it a 2. I thought the match was fine. Honestly, the best thing about the match was the heel face where Sasha. It seems like it's going to be.
He said Sasha.
So sorry. Yeah.
You said Sasha.
Yeah, I said Sasha by accident. It's been late, dude. It's like almost midnight.
Yeah, blame the time. Don't blame your race.
Midnight of the East Coast, bro. But Slamovich obviously has a face turn, so that's good. They need more faces.
Oh yeah, they did a turn. Yeah, they betrayed her because since she took the pinfall.
So that was probably the best thing that happened.
All right. So next matchup, the match that honestly for me was the match of the night.
Really?
And Josh Alexander versus Joe Henry, because we here at the Big Propaganda Wrestling Podcast and Talking to Eddy BAYBEE believe in Joe Henry. Anyway, so thoughts on the match?
It was a solid match. I wouldn't call it the match of the night.
Okay.
I mean, athletically, Joe did some really good stuff. The finish was kind of iffy. It was a good match. Don't get me wrong, but I would not call it the match of the night. My opinion. So, on an average 8 rating, since I gave the match of the night a average 8, I'm going to give this one about a 7.
Okay. Now, even though I did say it is the match of the night, I will also give it 7. Like I said, it was an entertaining match. Being in that environment for the first time, feeling that Joe Henry energy was definitely something that I will,
that energy is real, bro.
Yeah, like y'all gonna see it in the vlog after, once I edited it, posted it, put it all together. You're gonna see that a lot of people do believe in Joe Henry.
Yeah, Joe Henry is the modern day Hulk Hogan. Both as a worker and as a self promoter. Awesome, man.
Yeah, but hopefully, hey, just don't say some certain words, okay?
Yeah, he's probably a little less racist.
I mean,
he's admitted himself he's a racist. Hogan, that is.
Yeah, true. Anyway, so yeah, we'll both give it a solid 7.
Solid.
Good little 7th. All right. Next match, it is our TNA tag team match, the ABC 1, 2, 3, because they can't say the full name.
They can't say the full name.
And the system, the Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, because both of their tag team partners are doing better things or they retire. So obviously, this was for the tag team titles. The system actually. Oh, did we say who won from the Joe Henry and?
No, we did.
There you go. Joe Henry won. Yeah. There you go. We're professional.
And it was a good match. I mean, it gave Joe Henry went up with clean too.
Yeah,
I think it was important because you're going against, with all due respect, probably Mr. TNA right now. I mean,
oh yeah, Josh Alexander.
He's
the real deal.
He is the real deal. He is
real deal. Holyfield.
So if he gives you the props where he traps out to your move and he literally lets you win clean, that gives you the knockoff. It's like, hey, you got the rub, bro. You got the rub.
Exactly. Jay-Z.
You got the rub.
Brush your shoulders off.
You got the rub.
All right, so back to the ABC 1, 2, 3.
Do re mi. Say their full name.
Do re mi. Even though what's his face? Like Chris Bay was wearing the Bullet Club.
Yeah, he was. But you notice they introduced themselves to ABC. They didn't even introduce it as American Bullet Club. They just called it ABC.
That's weird. And like the whole crowd,
like 1, 2, 3.
Do re mi. ABC 1, 2, 3. And you and me. Because we can't say the whole name.
Yeah, which is weird.
All right, so the system won. They became the new tag team champions of TNA. Honestly, I feel like it was a good call. A bunch of like baby faces won. In this match, so we got to have a little bit of So we deserve a little bit of bad guys doing bad guy things. Me, I will give it at least 4 inches. Give it 4 inches. It was a good placement card. Things had to be done, and it was one of those enjoyable matches.
Yeah, I mean, it was some good spots. Chris Bay sold an injury, which I don't know if he's legitimately injured or if he just sold the injury. He's
a worker, brother.
He's a worker, man. He taped up before the show, so you could tell that he was injured going into the show. So kudos to Chris Bay. He's a good, solid performer.
Hey, baby.
They're a good tag team, young guys. The veterans won. They pulled a fast one, and like I said, I think you got to have good faces and you got good heels.
Yeah,
and the heels won.
Yeah. So what's your match rating for this?
Probably about it. I'd give it a 4. I would say I'd say 3.5, but honestly, you sway me to the 4.
Yeah, it was a good match play.
Yeah, there were some good spots.
It is.
Overall, would I call it the match of the night? No. Would I call it the gut of the night? Hell no. So yeah, average 4.
Average 4. Exactly. But we're the average 8. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
All right, next match, y'all. It is TNA Knockouts Women's Championship of the World. Jordan Grace versus NXT Wendy Chu. Who?
Ha Chu.
Bless you. God bless you. Anyways, so this match was pretty good. I really like the match. I like the ending that obviously TNA has to go over, even though NXT has been going
over and everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that we're playing favorites. Like we're being very even.
We're playing even, but
we're very even. Like Joe Henry's winning a lot over there. You had Zachary Wench beating his former tag team partner because he was the X Division champion. So obviously he had to represent TNA. And obviously Jordan Grace, even though she lost in NXT, she's winning here at TNA.
Yeah.
Again, Wendy Chu. Again, bless you. I mean,
I don't know Wendy Chu. This is the first time I've seen Wendy Chu.
I figure that she's like that little she's trying to play that demon thing. Like, hey, there's demons in my bed.
I'll give credit to Wendy Chu. She's a good performer. She put on a good show. I love the way she almost beat up Jordan Grace's mother, who was in the ring.
Yo, just shout out to Jordan Grace's mother, man. She was about to whack.
Yeah, whack. Yep.
She
Yep. So I mean, overall, it was a good match. I would give it a solid 5. I think it was a good match. Okay. Jordan Grace always delivers, so kudos to
very good. Shout out to
Jordan Grace. I mean,
tiny little lady.
Yeah, I mean,
muscular, tiny little lady.
Miss Chu did a decent job, but obviously you could tell Jordan carried that match.
Okay. Yeah. I do agree with you. 5 inches is good enough for these ladies.
I don't know.
Anyways, no. He has.
Yeah.
No, they wanted the average 8.
They wanted the average 8.
They wanted the average 8, but we give them 8.
Even though they're tiny women,
we gave them 5. They get respects to the women.
Both of them are tiny. They 5 is good with them. I promise you.
Anyways, let's stop talking. Rosemary did a run in. There's a lot of people that did not know who she was, and I was like, yeah, because last time I saw Rosemary she had red hair and long hair. That was the last time I saw Rosemary. So good for her that she's still good.
She's trying to be relevant.
Yeah. Well, not trying. She's actually doing it. But yeah, okay, Mr. Whatever. Speaking of being relevant, the main event. Nick Nemeth versus Mr. 51. Shout out to the Black Wrestling Podcast because we call him Mr. 51 over here.
Because that was his wrestling number. I mean, because he used to play football one time and that was what he was wearing.
Nope.
Why do they call him 51?
Same issue with Swerve. He was the first.
First what?
So they do a list of the 50 black wrestlers, and he was the first one to say, "I don't want to be part of that list," so he's number 51. Swerve is 52.
Honestly, all due respect to both those brothers, I love you. Keep it up. We got to make America great again. Let's stop worrying about this black stuff, man. It's got to be all about us people. And you know what? You should strive to be the best, irrespective of what color you are. Kudos. So, back to Swerve being the best wrestler in the world. Oh, wait. Wrong. We're not talking AEW. Back to Moose being the best wrestler in Impact Wrestling.
Again, I feel how I feel, but the man delivered. I really...
No, he was good.
Again, I still remember Moose from ROH.
Oh, dude. Back in the day.
Dude, that era.
Green as green could be. The only thing Moose had for him was height and muscle. Now, he could actually work.
Yeah, well, I still remember during this era, where everybody was hyping up his drop kick. Everybody was like, "Yo, that's the man's drop kick. That's the greatest drop kick ever." And I'm just like, "What?"
Have they not seen Okada's drop kick?
Exactly, but
Okada's drop kick is the best dropkick in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Like generational dropkick. We talk about generational athlete. Okada has a generational dropkick.
Dude, so good. But speaking of Okada and the Rainmaker, Mr. JBL came out and helped out Nick Nemeth against the system.
Ooh, that was awesome. That was awesome. That was a surprise.
So
then the guy next to me says, "Oh yeah, I knew he was coming out." I was like, "Well, thanks for not ruining it for me."
I knew he was going to come out. I told you, but he didn't believe me.
Yeah.
But the thing about, like I said, like with JBL, right now he's doing the short clothesline, the Rainmaker, because he can't do the clothesline from hell because he can't. His knees are bad, Daddy. My knees.
So homeboys work in TNA, GCW, pretty much everyone and anyone that's affiliated with WWE. Kudos to the brother.
Hey man, get your job, brother. Even though I know who you probably voted for.
He don't need a job. He's just doing it for the fun of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I know.
That's awesome, bro.
That's why
you know they give you mad. I give him mad props. I personally give mad props to Moxley because he doesn't need to work GCW. He doesn't need to work the Indies.
Like he does it.
Yep, he does it because he truly loves doing it.
Kudos. I love this business.
So
long. I love you.
Kudos to JBL for doing the same. He didn't need to be in San Antonio. He definitely didn't need to be in Chicago. What he did with GCW. So kudos.
Whew. All right, let's finish it up. What would you rate this match, which Nick Nemeth won because of JBL helping out and defeating the system?
I thought it was a solid match. I'd probably give it a solid 8.
Solid 8?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd give it a 7.5.
No,
7.5.
We're not that far off.
Again, the reason why, like, as you guys gonna see in the vlog that I'm gonna be editing and doing everything, like I had to go from my seat to the line because there was a meet and greet afterwards, so I kind of was distracted a little bit, trying to be a man in a mission, trying to get the Hardy Boys and
Joe Henry.
No, you gotta say his name. Say his name.
No.
And he'll appear.
No, he's not gonna appear here. I'm about to go to bed.
I wish he would appear here. Anyway, so as you can see, this was very short and sweet. You know, the average 8 has given you a post show of somewhat of remembrance. Final thoughts.
In the first time of our average 8 ratings, by the way.
Yes, we will keep these ratings up, okay? Because when I tell you that when these ratings are up, they're gonna do the job and they're gonna stay up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Big E. Anyways, so overall final rating for the whole card itself.
I would give it, honestly, I would get an 8.5 rating because I think the one thing I'll tell you, it was well timed. Whoever did the timing in the back does a really good job of it.
Shout out to my boy TK.
It's just a shout out to I felt like I got my money's worth. Unlike TK, who gives me my money's worth, but also gives me like a headache because I go home at 2 a.m. But honestly, it was a great show. Match for match. I don't think there was a dud in the show, honestly.
Well, just the wedding, the Stephanie.
Yeah, but that was more of Stephanie just acknowledging that she's going to be out for a while.
I know, and I respect that, and we wish you the best. You know,
but I mean that's what it is. We missed 2 matches in the beginning because we showed up late.
Yeah, man, we came in lucha time.
We missed Kushida, which I texted him. I was like, I just don't want to miss Kushida. And then when I got there and I missed Kushida,
yeah, it was the first match.
I was like, dude,
Kushida went. Check this out.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see Kushida tomorrow. But hopefully. Yeah, overall, a solid 8. I thought it was a really great pay-per-view. It was well done. Time-wise, it was awesome. And like I said, there was no dud. I mean, like even we talked about All In, there were duds. There was a dud in All In. This one, I didn't think there was a dud. I mean, even the tag team match, which I wasn't, and both of us were not really keen for. Overall, it delivered. It was a good performance. It was just not, my cup of tea. It was not his cup of tea. If we were more vested in it, I'm sure we would say it was a great match.
Yeah, again, shout out to TNA for giving me these tickets, and I truly appreciate you, believing in me and believing in the content, and hopefully we can continue working together and I could try to, do some special project with you guys. But again, like I am not big of a TNA watcher. It's not on my list, and I wish it was on my list. But again, there's so much wrestling that you can consume that it's just thank God for some of these wrestling websites that just do full recap of highlights. I've been watching wrestling for over like 20 years. I could put things together of how the match started and how the match ended. Unless it's a big swerve that they don't want to show you like they do in PWG, then yeah, like I'll probably watch it. But if I don't hear nothing like that, then I'm good. So again, guys, we appreciate you guys hanging out with the Average 8 and the TNA Wrestling Victory Road 2024. We appreciate your time, and we will say our final goodbyes with this special match.
I never just did things just to do them. Come on, I mean, what am I gonna do? Just all of a sudden just jump up and grind my feet on somebody's couch like it's something to do? Come on, I got a little more sense than that. Yeah, I remember grinding my feet on somebody's couch.